Yep. Is everybody waiting for Jack to come around with the skis?
That's obviously
See?
Ski. Oh,
And
there
there goes
are.
good old Deb.
Oh my gosh, the thighs
And
were already
there's Sue.
starting.
Her first attempt at water skiing.
Look at those crew cuts. You never saw crew cuts like that.
I had a crew cut. We all had crew cuts.
Whoops, there goes Deb.
Wasn't that good?
You know, I got those
What a
skis
start.
down
There
the
we
shore
go.
now.
There's Grace. There we go.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful lake. Swan Lake.
It was beautiful.
The water we drank came right out of that lake, you know that?
That's right.
I was always afraid of fish.
The storage went back
And
in.
there's Janet.
There's Janet.
All we
Look at
did was
that nice
recycle it
clear water.
Good start.
on
Janet.
Golden Pond.
That's right. This is on Golden Pond. Deb.
That water had to be cold.
It
Wow.
were
We looked like we cared very much. There we
Whoops,
go.
who was that?
Sue.
It's good.
Can you imagine
There
Jack?
goes Father on water skis.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Baby Bruce.
Brucey, baby.
Remember you threw him in the water? You
Margot
put a little
took these pictures.
What is it? Oh yeah, I didn't know that this was like this.
This was in Ridgewood. Every Christmas they had a little scene in the park. And we took you kids over.
Oh, I
I see
remember now.
Jenny.
This
Okay.
Jan.
I remember.
That's Jenny stroking the land.
Oh, look at her little
And they went skating over there.
You know what this is?
With Uncle Henry and Jimmy
This, you know where this skating is? At
at
Duck
the duck pond.
Pond in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
That's right.
Look at Jan.
I knew
behind.
I could never skate. Look at all the clothes I had.
And look at double runners.
Talk about bundled up. And those are those pants you used to make me wear all the time. Grease wool
No
pants.
pants.
No pants.
You were cute though, Deb.
You were no Sonia Henny then.
I know. You know.
Now comes little sister's turn to put the skates on.
Hey, even back in those days, your brother wore a hat.
Well, his hair was getting thin.
You said it, I didn't.
Look at her. She's like a little wisp.
Okay, here comes Jen. Her first time on the skates. Good book. She's about 2 years old.
She looks like her mouth. She still does that.
Who's
She
that?
still does that. Okay, that warmed up real fast here.
Summer.
Tempelota.
No, that's me. That's
No.
Margo.
That's Mom. Yes, it is.
That's me.
Cute here. I'd love to go back and look at you.
Don't recognize the bathing suit.
There's also me in the baby.
Oh, there's me in the
You
bathing
look
suit.
good, Mom.
Especially the legs.
No, you do. You look good.
Boy, am I glad I took the pictures.
Look, this was at the Dunes, my favorite place at the shore.
I think this is cute.
This isn't. This is down Iroquois Avenue, Beach Haven.
Yeah. How can you tell by looking at 4 waves? Where we
Now you watch. See the houses up there? That's where it is.
It's the 2 grandmas, Grandma Zimmerman, Grandma Dunham, and Grandpa Dunham. Miss Debbie and a friend that she met whose name was also Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
They loved it.
Oh,
Tara, your mother and
There's your
father.
dad.
now that is Grandpa Zimmerman.
No, that's
Right there.
Grandpa Dunham.
No, it wasn't. That was your
It's
mother
too
and father.
No, it wasn't. That was Grandpa Zimmerman. Because Grandpa Dunham has on dark suit.
That's right.
Really? That was Grandpa
Yeah, I
Dunham?
was
Zimmerman? I didn't see that.
There's my
Flowing
mother.
ponytails. Look at her screaming.
That's my mother covering her up.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. They did have a good time. That was
Look at her.
great. Even though your mother had a heart attack, they had a good
Didn't
time.
we have a good time?
You had matching
This is a great one. Too. For the camera. Here we go. Look at Jan.
She's a beautiful little baby.
Look at that little white hair.
Wait till Tori sees her mother like this.
I know it. Can you imagine?
She won't believe it. This is their best food.
Jimmy gets in here sometimes.
Well, they came down to
Kids, they're Jan.
Well, this is when Uncle Henry took her into the waves
that
and the
little-
suit kept coming
She
off.
had to wait. Look at those little skinny arms holding up that suit.
Wait till Tori sees this. Mother.
Look at her. Look at her.
No top, mustard.
You see Janet go topless? Who Who's that?
Yeah, those are beautiful braids there.
Yeah.
You kids had a good time. Oh, here, Lola and Jimmy. Look at them, matching suits.
Homemade.
Can you tell? Probably, of course. Knowing Lola, look at the pail. Jimmy wasn't so sure he even liked the water. Look.
That must have been his first time at the shore.
Probably what?
Uncle Harry said, "Come on, I'm going to take your picture."
So he stood.
Let's
Now,
go
where
in
do you
the
think
water.
this was in Beach Haven?
This wasn't beach haven.
On Iroquois?
Look,
Bird point, right?
Jimmy's ready to leave.
His house is on those dunes now.
Is that right? Those were big dudes.
Now, look, you took a picture of your daughters and you left Uncle Harry's face out.
Look how brown one is.
She had 2 bathing suits. You notice those
Oh,
straps?
good, I know.
Look at, that's your brother with hair,
Yeah, that's right.
partially.
Oh, yeah, look at Uncle Henry there.
You don't remember Uncle Henry with hair, do you?
Bill loves seeing these pictures.
Whoops, that's a flooded Oak Ridge.
That's after a 3-day rainstorm at Oak Ridge Road. I'm surprised we didn't get any pictures of you guys floating
That's
down
a
that
cement dam, Bob. The water's coming over the top of it.
What was the name of that, of the lake we ended up at when we drove?
road. Longwood
Longwood.
Lake.
Still there.
When we floated on down, it was
Yeah.
Longwood and came and picked us up.
Thing. That's all underwater. That's where we used to sit in the grass.
Oh, that was
It's
great.
all
Oh,
underwater.
that was so much fun. It happened
During
more
the
than
war.
once.
During the war, I used to come out there with Mom and catch catfish, take them back to New York apartment, put them in the bathtub.
They're still alive?
Yeah.
I think it says
Know this, know that.
no picnicking here or something.
No gambling.
That's all we did was picnic and gamble.
That's right. Only on Sundays.
Miss Debbie swimming. Father
There's
saying.
the big white whale.
Here's Jan covering her eyes, wiping her face with it.
I was good at splashing.
You were always, every time you get you.
She ended up on the swim team there, though.
That's
Even though
right.
She had the two.
That's right. Now, obviously, they didn't need the side strokes.
See?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Deb.
Deb, you swam just like your grandmother.
I know.
One
foot
leg
in
on
the
the bottom.
You know, I don't ever think Jimmy's hair grew.
Still, he's just full with
Still
his
looks like
father. Is he real?
Yeah.
I mean, now whose back is that?
That's Debbie
Yeah,
but is that
you?
We were like the
Oh,
only kids.
that's you, Harry.
with a snorkel mask.
We were the only ones
Only one's what?
that had goggles when they first got invented.
You know, when we were kids, that's where we washed our hair and took a
That was a
bath.
little waterfall. I did too.
Jason, under the waterfall.
And shot
We
snakes.
didn't have any showers.
And that's a big waterfall.
We used to take our bath there.
Whenever there's a thunderstorm, with Spock or Peterman used to run down there.
We're in Hartford, garden in Hartford.
And what? Get the sneakers.
Yeah. There's somebody else without hair.
There's Jackie swinging Janet around.
That's still the prettiest garden I've ever seen.
It was a
in my whole life.
beautiful garden.
Unbelievable. They must have worked out there all the time.
They did.
He did. That
They
was
didn't
their
have
hobby.
anything else. That was their hobby. That's the little.
I mean,
Goldfish
all day
pond.
long. It was always, it was just like a painting.
My dad built that model.
I know. And it's gorgeous flowers.
The
Well, the
vegetable garden
vegetables
was behind that.
But the rest of it was all, remember the roses? Those little oranges couldn't handle it, Jan.
There goes Deb. She says, I can do it.
No wonder my mother always had fresh flowers in the house.
Beautiful.
You went too fast on that film, so it's hard to recognize what the flowers are.
Yes, dear.
But it's still, you can still remember. There's grandma,
Okay,
grandpa,
it's cocktail time.
there's Jan's little drink.
My mother and dad were good at that.
Good to see pictures of your mom and dad. Right.
Yeah, there's Alice.
Uncle Bill.
Well,
I'm toasting the camera.
my dad was sick then.
I know, but he was still.
Yeah.
pretty good. Now this is some school.
It was Stony Lane. No, couldn't have been.
No, it's
Yeah, that was there, Cedar Hill. You go see her.
There you go, the
What?
papas.
What was it?
Probably dedication. That was a new school we went.
Okay, could be.
That's something, getting pictures of papases.
I'm so wonderful.
Could have edited. That was the same one twice. There's
That's
the
the
dude.
dude.
Where's our car? Where's our car?
It's the one with the shiny front.
Where's our room?
There's a room
That's our
way
room.
up in the
Remember
top.
the first time we went and Mrs. Van Skyler said, how many dresses did you bring? And we were there for 14 days. You brought one
14
for each,
dresses.
28 dresses, one for
That was
Jeff, one
one
for
for me.
John. Every night. Daddy kept carrying up all these hangers of dresses.
They used to sit down there and wait
And
us
the
for.
three of you were on the beach while I was doing it.
They used everybody in the hotel used to wait for us to come down every night to see what kind of clothes we had on.
The three of us were on the beach and we were carrying dresses.
That's true.
Oh, Mom, that was a cute dress that year. I mean, bathing suit that
That
year.
was my
Bathing
pregnant bathing suit.
Oh, we've got to put the bathing cap on.
Of course, back in those days, people wore bathing caps.
Didn't want to pollute the water.
You know, I didn't want to wreck my hair. What's the matter with your back
I
there,
don't
Dad?
know. Remember digging the sand out
Wet.
of my hair at night?
Oh, Carol,
Oh.
it took weeks. Weeks to get the sand out.
His
Must
were,
have been
Daddy
cold,
came
look.
running up looking for us one time. Remember, Mark?
I know.
Couldn't find us and ran down the end.
It's a birthday party.
That's in the basement at Paramus.
That's the basement of Paramus.
That one was.
There we go.
That's me putting the lawn in the backyard. Would you believe? And now
Those are good looking shorts, Mom.
I think I still have them.
You probably
I still have those shorts.
I know you did.
Those
So I
are
said it.
my Bermudas.
I know.
You want to know something? That's as far as she went with that plow. Well, I took the picture.
I can't do this. Look at that
Oh.
one tree.
I'd like to
Look
take
at
a
it. You
picture
can look
of
all the
that
way
now.
over to Steffi's house.
I know. But the maple's still there.
Yeah.
Remember the barns in the back?
Here we go. Here's Sonia Henny and her sister.
I didn't even dress it. We went skating in coats, Mom. It was
Yeah,
hard.
well, that was a jacket.
There's Pat and
I
Sue.
know.
There's Aunt Pat and Susie, and they were the skaters.
They're old New Englanders.
And here Pat lives in California now, and she can't skate anymore. Okay, Susie is going to show Debbie how to do it. Come on, Deb. This is the way you do it.
I don't. What do you got on, Deb?
She was on the
Who
inside.
knows?
You got pedal pushers?
No, those were socks. Mom brought
Oh,
pull your socks up. Socks up. And little homemade
Oops.
jobs.
the
Who's that
Holbert,
little
isn't it?
one?
I know, could be a little ring there.
Or it could be Janice.
Holbert.
Could be a holder. Here she
Oh,
goes.
there's me. I could skate back in those days.
Who dat?
I looked like you.
That could be.
This is father
That's Chappie
and
Brown.
daughter, Boy
Girl
Scouts, Girl Scouts,
Not Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
there. I never got involved.
in our backyard.
I think
Picnic.
this was my best year, don't you, Rob?
Yeah.
That phase only your mother could love.
See, now this is where I don't recognize the
There's
children
Joanne.
anymore.
Yeah, that's Joanne Geis. I can remember.
Her father came.
Yeah. Get those pedal
And Joe
pushers around there,
Joe
Joanne.
came.
Come on.
Who were the rest of the girls that we had in the troop?
Melanie.
Well,
the other
Jack,
father-
Jack must have been there.
Yeah.
You had
there.
Melanie.
No, Melanie was a different
There you
age.
go. There's Grandpa running. Cole Sampson. Remember Cole Sampson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's who that one was.
Her
Yeah,
dad was
that's
the
her
elderly
dad.
gentleman with the
That's
glasses.
right. That's right.
Oh, here
There's Joanne.
The hamburger cookers.
Oh,
smoke
and
is
the
killing them. They wouldn't move. That's
and
me.
Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Carl. Oh, his daughter was real smart. Remember?
Johnson.
No. Lived over on the next street.
Oh,
Natalie and
Krebs.
Carl.
Krebs.
That's right. Carol Krebs was part of it.
That was it. Here's something that Deb was always good at.
That's it. Feed that face.
This Pam.
That's little buddy. When we were too small.
Geez, that's before we planted the pine trees. Carl.
Yeah. Well, we go from summer to ice skating.
Now, I look better this year, this season.
Now look, you're really,
Whoops, except I have to stop. I just,
no, the
That's
more, the
That's
more
when
you
you
got
got
out there.
smacked in the mouth, remember that?
Look at Janet, I mean, she's better now too.
One of the kids smacked you in the mouth with
No,
a
And you
broom.
don't have
My
those
head.
heavy jackets on anymore, you have sweaters on.
that's probably
see?
why we're better. You can move.
You know, you went backwards,
Didn't have us
forwards.
all
Look,
tied up in all those clothes.
Jenny's the one that could skate.
eventually. See, the hockey players are there.
It's like watching a good combination of Nate and Tori skate by with your face.
Too bad Pat isn't here. She'd give you commentary on the skating.
No, you were really pretty good there after a while there. You learned to skate.
Well, when we've been skating, my kids have always been real impressed with me.
That was Katie Anderson there. I
Pat?
don't know who's in
That's
there.
Carol Jean. Here's the supervisor.
Well, somebody's even going to have a whip.
Somebody had a whip, see?
Guess who was at the end?
Guess who fell down?
Always. Why did you be on the end, Jen?
Those were the barns in the back of our house at one time.
Right.
Oh,
Somebody ripped them down.
that's the
Larrabee's,
whole neighborhood.
Rims,
Reem's house, Jones's house.
Joneses.
Now we can't even see them.
You don't put the new names on them anymore.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't even know them. See the trim, Deb? White.
Somebody's
Here we
parade.
go.
Our,
Here come
our
the
first
Indian
of many
guys.
parades coming up there.
Fire
What Indian
department.
guys?
The Indian guy.
You know what? This was a Memorial Day parade.
Oh yeah.
There's Jonesy.
This was a Memorial.
I didn't Mr. I did. Wasn't
Because
Mr.
you're
Allen
carrying the
Mr.
flag. Oh yes.
He was one of those wampum guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Big waffle.
There's a little ring right there.
So we
Here
go
she
fast
goes,
until we
carrying
get
the
Debbie
flag.
carrying the flag. Whoops, Deb, hold it.
Don't
Hey,
flip
that
it too
that's
low.
Deb carrying
I
the
remember
American
how heavy
flag.
that flag was.
Recognize
Yeah, that-
anybody else?
That big leather thing.
Who was the little one on one side of you?
There's Susie.
That was Donna.
I see Susie, 3 back.
Next to me was Donna. What's her name?
There's
Bumby.
Pastor Bornhoff.
Yeah, Bumby. God help her.
Mara.
Donna Bumby. That was Pastor Bornhoff.
And here's Lynn
Here's
Carlin.
Lynn Carlin. He's placed the wreath.
He's dead now.
He was nice.
This
What
is
a
the
nice
shop.
man he was.
Yeah.
He used to take us everywhere and do fun stuff with
He was a nice guy.
They were shooting at the flag.
Blanks.
Do you know Pastor Bornhoff was on Omaha Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the chaplain.
And then first or second wave.
The little village of Basking Ridge. What is this?
Picking up the blanks. That was a big thing to have. I got one year. Carol
That's
Jones.
Carol.
Carol Jones taking a picture of Harry taking a picture.
I didn't have a beard then. This is back bicentennial. Big Knights of Columbus.
Headdresses too.
That'd be the day the Knights of Columbus parade in Basking Ridge.
Was this when Janet twirled?
Wait a minute.
Not yet.
No.
Here comes another Girl Scout looking at Dad with the camera.
Yep, of course.
There's Joe Howell driving. the-
Joe Howell with his tractor.
I think he's the only one who knows how to drive a tractor.
Now, what was that gun business?
It's a bicentennial parade,
Oh.
Margo.
Oh,
How come the Women's Club of Burnsville was in our parade?
I don't know.
Bicentennial or something.
Well, I know, but
Well, they used to be Burnsville was part of Burns Township back then.
Here they come.
Oh, here come
Here
the
comes all the little legs.
twirlers.
There's Debbie. See all those little legs?
I'm going to
going up and
invite Bev up to watch this at Christmas. She's coming home from Miami at Christmas time.
when they sat
Beverly.
and practiced, I remember them practicing in the kids' backyard.
They
And Pam and I would
practiced
just sit
hard.
and roll over his stairwell.
That's Joe Howell driving
There's
the
Joe.
tractor there.
He's on point.
And this is Kiwanis. There's Father marching right behind
Now,
him.
who's with him there?
Out of step.
You were out of step. And horses.
Gee, they were in my hat.
Whose horses were those?
Oh,
That's a
here we
riding
are.
club, Trailblazers or something.
We're back at the beach.
That was a short parade.
He left the film in so long that the film got kind of rotten.
No,
No? Overexposed?
it was
or-
just probably a roof right there, his cameras.
Oh.
Here we go. I remember those.
I think we're in Harvey Cedars now.
Remember those jackets, Mom? They were white and it said Long Beach Island on them with the little blue.
Yes, we were in Harvey Cedars.
Yeah.
Gee, Janet looks
Is
bigger
that Pam?
here.
Did we invite Pam down?
Yes.
She came with us.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Boy, look at the surf.
Deb,
Boy, it's rough.
Janet looks bigger there than she does now. Probably weighed as
Just a
much.
backyard party.
Oh, you're the rowdies.
Yeah.
Gang from Cherry Lane.
Drunken neighbors. Ginger. Remember those mugs? We had
Yeah,
a bunch
you still
of
have
those
those
mugs. No, most of them are gone.
She was faithful.
I know. They
It's Eddie
broke.
Pitts
Eddie Pitts wore his German hat. They had been in Germany.
and John Wayne.
There's John.
Is that enough?
Why do we all look so young?
Because you were, Mom. Here we go.
Oh,
Here's the
John.
real
John brought his own. He's afraid to have anything to drink out of it.
Smart man.
Mr.
I
Claude?
have a feeling that was a good party.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's how we can tell.
Just ask her.
She walked across the whole terrace with
I remember, we were watching. You guys always thought we were asleep.
This
we
is
were
a
Now,
house
this
we
is on
rented.
Passaic Street,
on Passaic Street.
and that house got washed away.
Mm-hmm. Completely gone. There's nothing.
And here comes
Come to me.
Mother in her striped bathing suit.
No, that was Janet.
Here
Now
comes
this-
the gear. This is the gear person.
Now, doesn't Mother have a striped bathing suit?
Hello, I'm at the beach. I'm so happy.
But Margot, I always thought you were a blonde.
Not that year.
That year I wasn't. But Harry, I always thought you had your own feet.
Here's our tan wonder beach out here.
Oh, this is
Tommy.
with Tommy Atkinson and
Look at that baby with the leg.
Hey.
Thank you.
he's a doctor now.
Is he real?
Tommy Atkinson.
Is
yeah.
he or is Claire a doctor?
No.
What kind
Tommy.
of doctor is he?
He, a regular medical doctor.
Well,
You know,
A doctor.
okay, a doctor.
Whoa!
a general doctor.
He's a family doctor.
Okay, I got it.
There he is with the long pants on. He's now a doctor. Can you imagine? Tommy isn't too well, the father. There's Claire.
She was young. She was 2 years younger than
She
me.
was
or 1
younger.
year?
She was younger than you.
I remember it from Mount College when they all came up, and
She's a
because
big.
she was going to go to college there, remember?
Mm.
And we all talked about it. And they took me out to dinner. It was so much fun. They wanted to know about school. Mom,
You're catching fish.
where did I get that cute hat?
I don't know. We bought in the 5 and 10 probably. Where else?
Yeah.
Kingfish.
And then you dropped them in the sand, right? You were being big shot. You did catch a lot of fish that day.
Yeah.
Yep.
We did.
Gee, Jan's hair was cute then, cut
Mhm.
short. She said I never
Shades of
took
days
care
to
of her
come.
hair. She's about the age Tori.
It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to get Janet's comments. They won't be on the tape.
We'll write them down.
That was a pre-braces smile there. Bucky Beaver.
Well, blew that water in.
It really was. You're right.
That was before the garbage used to float up on the beach.
Oh, hair. Not that bad.
Here we go.
Good sunglasses.
We rented a boat.
Must have rented those glasses.
We rented a garbage.
This is
for
when
the
Debbie
day.
got the prize package on top of her sandwich.
No, Harry. Wrong boat trip.
Oh.
Porters aren't there. Debbie was much older than that. We went out with Atkinson sometimes.
Went aground.
Yes, several times.
That was before I knew how to clean flounder.
We were working hard there, Pop, cleaning the fish.
Tommy had that
There's a
hat,
Lucy Evelyn.
Lucy Evelyn.
and
Good
you know
year,
what?
Glenn.
They
Yeah.
have a new one called Resorts now that flies over the island. New one.
Resorts International has their own.
I don't know what that was.
Okay, here we are up in New York.
Oh, this is the Beaver
No.
Kill.
You talk
Beaver
about
Kill.
cold water. That was the world's coldest water.
It was.
It was like
And it was
refrigerator
deep.
water.
Those
It
were the
was
rims.
Deep.
Look at
Those
the-
are
oh.
the little green boys.
Peter Reed was the cutest little kid. Remember his little face?
My heart nearly stopped when you did this.
Yours
because
did.
it's
I was
about
out there.
50
I know.
feet deep there.
But you
that
made me
was.
do it for the film. I was scared to death.
We camped in 2 station wagons and 2 tents.
John's about
The whole
ready to make
family.
breakfast.
I remember that.
It was so cold.
Look
in
how
the
clear
morning.
that water is.
Even the kids went fishing, didn't they?
Do you know, we'd spend all day in our bare feet. And those rocks in the water.
That was Peter.
Pulling up the trout.
There's the old station wagon.
We cooked more trout and ate more trout. See, that was our whole tent. That and the 2 station wagons.
Oh, I can smell this trout right now.
Breakfast at Grossinger's, remember on the way?
Mm-hmm.
They
Hamburgers
just
and
sold
Coke.
Grossinger's.
We thought it was so much fun because we had hamburgers for breakfast. You know?
Hamburgers and Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Hamburgers and Coke for breakfast.
They're small, but boy, they taste good.
John Ream ended up washing the dishes and you had to take a picture of that. And look, he was grumbling. Men don't wash dishes. And he knew he was having his picture taken, so he smiled. We're back at
Beaver Kill. That's the Dutchman's Hole.
Hansel and Gretel cabins.
John.
Peter.
Yeah.
Or is that John? Peter. Pete. His wife gets her degree in about 3 months.
Debbie, the
Medical
outdoor
doctor.
girl.
I ate the fish though.
Bet you did.
I cooked it too.
Gee, Harry, you really got into the water.
Yeah, he was in there.
I mean,
How high
you
were
were
those
right
waves?
under your armpits there.
Waders are up here. Just below the top. Here comes John. He's got a fish.
Does he have one on?
Yeah, he's got a fish.
Who took these pictures? You're both in the water.
Yes, you did.
Well, they're not bad. I took them.
There
This
we
is my
go.
favorite.
Here
The Office
comes
Fishing
the
Club.
Office Fishing
This
Club.
is a tuna trip.
This is the T-shirt gang.
Take it, Harry.
This is Bob Baldwin, Al May, and Frank Menzel. Must have been the first tuna. Can you come in?
I wonder whose idea was it to do this, or should we just kind of guess whose idea it was?
Do what?
Have a fishing
Trip
trip.
on a fishing trip. Let's all guess whose idea it was.
No, this is the Office Fishing Club.
Yeah, well, whose idea was it?
Who's
Me.
president of the club?
Me.
Me.
Harry M.
I knew somebody else was president of the Office Fishing Club too.
Was that a tuna, Harry?
Delicious. They're small. They're only about 15 pounds.
Well, somebody's done a gap of fish there. They did. Did you bring any of those home?
Sure did. You cooked them.
Don't remember.
You know what? That
We
one
were,
guy
we were
right
about
there.
30 miles out then.
Which one? With the hound?
We had a surprise party for somebody at our grandma's house
And he was there.
from the office.
Frank
Frank, right? That's right. It was Frank. What? Somebody.
Easton,
That's right. How
when he
come we
quit
were-
the company and went with IBM.
Right.
He never took pictures of them.
And it was a big surprise. But I remember some of these people coming to that party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bob Baldwin
Yeah.
waited, it was Friday night, he waited till midnight so he could eat some raw hamburgers.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
And he went and stayed overnight at Bob Werder's house, the redheaded guy there.
They never did quite make it home.
So that's Bob, stayed at his house down Atlantic Highland. Because he didn't want to drive, it had too much to drink. So he got up in the morning, started driving home, cracked the car right.
When he was sober.
Well, we had a great,
Who was that?
Jack Quartz. He fell asleep out there fishing.
Harry, where were you? Off Atlantic Islands or out the
Yeah.
ocean? Or
Yeah, 30 miles out.
30 miles
That's far
out.
out, really?
Yeah. But he fell asleep and we hooked up about 5 pounds of lead in a beer carton and let it go out the back, and he fought it all the way in. Thought he had a great big fish.
What is this a picture of?
Bluefish trip,
I know, but the land.
Atlantic Highlands, going out, Sandy Hook.
Oh, well, the map, that's Atlantic Highlands. That's
Yeah.
the hills there.
That's a bluefish.
There's hair.
Is that hair holding?
Yeah.
No,
That
take
guy
it.
right there, I remember him, he was funny.
Bob
It was
Werder.
funny.
He was really funny.
See, I do remember the better than I do.
That was fun, those parties. We was having those wild parties.
You were
downstairs.
wild.
Yeah, they were.
They're coming back in from fishing. Bill McMahon, he's dead.
We've always had a lot of parties at our houses.
Always.
We're still doing it.
I know it.
Never had a bummer.
That's right.
Remember one time I
This
had
guy,
an
remember
open
that
house.
because he looks like a movie star. They always plays like a Nazi guy. That's why he was.
So Jack,
Yeah, the guy man.
Kind of bald, kind
Yeah.
of short hair. The one there.
Come was October kind of guy.
there's Nelson Kling.
Okay, here we go.
Here we
Here
are.
we go, we're gonna see the marching now.
Thanksgiving Day.
Little
Good old
blondie.
dad pinning the roses on.
He still has that hat, right?
Yeah, he does.
Still got it.
Thanksgiving Day, Janet's gonna lead the parade. Big
How can
shot.
she see? Look at that hat. Jen, you have no eyeballs. Where are they? There they are. There they are.
Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes. Harry.
I'm sorry. I can watch this 100 times. It cracks me up every time I see it.
Wait till Jan sees it this time.
Oh,
Oh,
she's like, Dad.
Hey, they worked hard,
What were you
believe
taking
me.
a picture of the hills for?
let's try to get the whole overall view.
Leaves that.
Here we go.
Oh,
Now let's stop and twist. There we go.
They
Yeah,
worked,
we need
they
all
worked
music.
hard at this, Deb.
I can
Da,
tell.
da, 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 da.
Never quite knew which way they were gonna go. But
I
Sure they did. Janet told them which way to go.
You never know quite.
not which way to go, but where to go.
This is right there. Here we go. Okay. 2, up and back and.
There was a real popular song that they were doing this to at the time in double time. And I was the one that said to her, why so fast? Well, that was the right thing to do. Double time. The other schools were just doing that, double time.
See that head right down here? You know who that is?
No.
Peterson.
Oh, that's right. That is who it is.
And
Really?
here comes the team. Oh, boy.
Well, we had an exciting town.
Whose house is that in the background?
Look,
How's that house?
look how many people turned out, Deb.
There was a field between the high school practice field, and then there was like little woods, and there was a path. You could get to this field. We used to go down
Right.
there to practice. And there was a house back there. That's what the house is.
Belongs to township now. For
But somebody lived there then.
Steve Wood lives there now,
It's a nice one.
owned by the township.
Well, that's all part of the Astor estate.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when they really worked. Look, the drawing. Is that Janet way over there on the
Yeah.
left?
Mhm.
Left?
She dropped them just one time.
Oh, don't tell her that.
Oh, there's one where she goes. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
We're talking professional here.
whoops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Dad's got the camera on.
Had it right and catch up. That stuck up.
Melanie's in there somewhere.
She's right behind Jim.
Okay.
You know when they did that on a muddy field? It's
Yeah.
terrific.
How'd you get the bottle?
We took Grandma one time for a Thanksgiving game to
And they
watch
sat right in
tennis
the front seat. Janet came right up in front of us, going plop, plop.
in the mud.
What did Grandma think of all that?
Young John
She
Kennedy
loved
was
it.
there with his bodyguard.
Here we go fishing again.
They were up at one of the houses that they owned up there.
What was he doing at the game?
Well, that's it. How else what else are you going to do with a little kid that was
Al
about
Dooley.
9 years old at the time?
The big game?
They took him to a football game.
I think that fishing trip was kind of cut short. Everybody got sick.
We're back at the fishing trip.
Yeah, we're on the way home now. 'Cause everybody got sick. There we go. There's Tanny.
My pup.
Little curly bottom. I don't know how many curls she had. She's the best.
I get sad when I look at her. I don't know why.
She's the best.
She was my dog.
There we go. We got a bird.
You know, Jen and I used to
There's
do
a
this.
bird in there.
We put hats on her and everything. She'd just sit
Up
there.
into beds.
She'd get into bed with us. Yeah.
I got a bird. It's over in Douglas Road.
Look at the snow.
That's a big pheasant, isn't it?
Hey, I'm over here, dummy.
Didn't know where to go. Good girl.
Come on, let's
Those little
go.
spots look so familiar, don't they?
Now we're
The
down
one
the
big
island.
one, the two. Yeah.
There
it's
we
the
are.
three
There's
years.
Debbie
Oh,
down there.
now we have a house.
I think
There you are, Jace.
I think
That
Deb was
was
married.
you.
I think Deb was married then.
Oh, please. Let us hope so. It was only a bump, but I thought it was wonderful.
I know it.
I stuck it out as far as I could.
There it is over there.
Yeah. Now the bump is a foot taller than I am. Down, bump, down.
Here we go again.
Ain't she gonna drop it again?
We've got another Thanksgiving Day game. How many years did she do
I
this?
don't know.
3
I don't know.
years?
Do we have purple skies in Boston?
No, I don't remember Purple Sky.
How many years did they do it?
How many years was Janet on the twirling team?
10. See the saber lady go by?
Look, now
Not
they
yet,
have a
she
baton in each hand, and you left, but you can go to high school today. You don't see kids doing
Oh, really? They did. They twirled with 2 batons.
Not
Those girls
anymore.
were
They
good.
don't twirl anymore.
Those girls.
They
were
don't even
good.
twirl anymore.
I
They
don't know.
worked hard. There goes Janet. She's the head of the league, head of the pack.
God, she looks like a wild German up there, doesn't she, Marcia? Up there, the blonde hair, home,
Her blonde hair flying.
Yep. Okay, girls, here we go. Wild German, there she goes.
Oh, I'm going to show the ceiling.
Look at this. Look at this.
Go get him, Jen.
Margaret, you gotta show this to Beatsy.
Yeah.
She's got the captain's dress and everything. This is it. There we go.
There we
It's my
go.
favorite.
Well, I like that one too. You gotta swing that head. Just gotta keep an eye on the girls.
I can
Comes
see
the
Janet
team.
watching these down there.
Good old knee. Come on, get that knee up there, Jen. There you go.
I took her to Dr. Frost almost every other week because her knee hurt. Now I know why.
Here we go. There's the saber lady. There's Jan.
Yep, that's my favorite. There you go. Whoop, whoop. Boy, you didn't mess with her, I'll tell you.
Gotta get
Stay
this.
away from that baton.
Does she still have her baton, do you think?
I don't know. Probably at night when nobody's looking, she goes out in the yard and twirls.
No. I don't think so. Is that Birnbaum there?
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Whoops. Focus.
Now, when did they wear the green dresses? When did they wear the white dresses?
The
And they
green?
wanted to.
No, the green was
Janet
when it
used
was
to
very hot.
Janet
you know,
used to
like in the
dictate
summer.
that.
This must have been a 4th of July parade
Memorial
or
Day.
Memorial Day when it was hot.
Remember, Susie Hamill got married right there.
No, that's right.
Here's the saber lady. Here,
Yep, at the end. Who's holding the flag there? You?
No, Claudia Case, I think.
I know.
Here we
this
go,
is the
double
exposure. Bruce Hamill's first birthday
Miss
party,
Betty.
and up in Hartford. Right. We have to ignore Bruce. There's
Uncle
Uncle John,
Grandma.
Grandma,
Uncle Laurie, my dad,
your
my
father,
mother, and Betty.
his mom, Grandma.
Grandma. A nice face she
I
had. I
know.
loved her face.
She was pretty.
Oh, she was. And I remember growing up, we'd go up there, and every time we'd see
Down
her,
area.
she'd measure to see how high I got on her, you know.
Over and
Yeah, and I remember the first time I was taller than she was.
There's Aunt Dot, Aunt Harriet, Uncle Laurie. There's
Lord.
Pat cutting birthday
Oh, Pat.
cake.
Doing the hula.
The hulas. I'm glad he left this in, he could have cut it out. But it's not good, but it means a lot to us.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That was me in a long
Yeah.
skirt.
Skinny man.
Now,
Where are we? Vermont?
I don't know.
That's Maine.
Oh, this is Booth Bay Harbor.
Talk about blue water.
That must have been New Hampshire on the way over to Booth Bay.
What, the first?
Remember we went over through the presidential
We
range?
did. I loved it.
What
That was the
gets me
hotel.
is how high up the buildings are and the water
We went
comes
back.
up.
We went 2
I know
years
it.
ago. We went back again 2 years ago, Debbie.
There's no other place that builds like that. It's really unusual.
Last year we were up there, Martin. Last fall we were up there. Went over to see Hank over at Pat's. But the tide comes up that high then.
That's Squirrel Island.
Yep, we took a boat ride. They come down with the carts, wooden carts, to get their mail and provisions and walk back
Little
in.
red wagons, Harry, not wooden carts.
All right.
No cars on Squirrel Island.
Just a hunk of rock out there. There's Mohegan Island out there, where was it Andrew Wyatt's son was.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice day.
Must be in your blood or something. Because when I see that,
And
I know.
there are lobster
Part of
pots
the
all over
ocean.
the place.
There's just something about it.
Look at those.
I could live there.
I
I'm
could
happy.
too.
I mean, how many people could be happy on that cold rock?
Yeah.
Not a
You ever
lot.
been there in the wintertime?
Yeah.
Oh well.
There we
there's
go.
Tammy's hunting again.
She could fly through the ears
Look
flying.
at her run. Boy, she you take her out, she went like that all the time until you're ready to quit. Look at the bird.
Here's her tail.
There goes the bird up.
Yeah. How many years did we have Tammy? 11, 12, 14?
12.
Now look at the spots. Remember her little spots? She was like a clown face or a smile clown on her back. How many years do we have her?
Remember we went down
12,
to South
13.
Jersey
I thought
together?
it was 12 or 13.
And the
Fairhaven.
first thing she did was eat the ice cream cone that we had bought.
Yes.
There we
No.
go.
I said no, and I went like this, and the ice cream cone hit the roof of the car, remember? And we didn't know we were going to get a puppy. You were just driving us down in.
Well, the two of you grabbed this little thing, and there was no way we were going to not get that pup.
Joe Howell's springing flamingos.
Here she comes with another bird.
Now that's Joe Howell Springer.
See, I think, look at her little tail.
Could have
When
done
I
Amwell
babysat for
Country
them, I remember that
That
dog.
dog was there.
That dog was so big. Remember there was the first house
Yeah.
over on,
And it was also a dog they made stay outside a lot of the time.
but she was furry.
Yeah.
She's a nice dog. She's a nice dog.
Well, they've always had dogs. She just got a new pup up there. They also have 4
Here
other
we
dogs.
go.
Okay.
Dedication of Somerset Hills Lutheran Church.
Look at those young
Harry,
guys.
Joe Pecan,
Fred
Bob
Engelman.
Goldrick.
Fred Engelman. That was the back end of the back of.
There's Fred.
Oh, and there's Bob Stockman. Pastor
Who's
Zyling.
that down there with the, right now putting it in?
Well,
Who was
he
that?
was one of the Masons.
He was a foreman of the job,
Oh,
superintendent of the job.
Yes, of Dobbs Building Company to cement that in.
You can't do it, Tom. Ruth Riley.
Look at her with the camellias. I
don't
remember that suit with the buttons.
Oh, what was this, Oak Ridge? You
Yeah.
and all the boys? Who are the boys?
I don't know, but can I get those legs back?
Walter Schreier?
Yeah, can we get these legs back? I could use those legs again.
Whitney? I don't know, who are the
It's
boys?
Whitney and Walter,
Whitney and Walter?
always.
Always Whitney and Walter.
Yeah. They're always throwing us in.
It was a good place to learn to swim. The water was clear.
It's a good place for everything.
Look how clean the water
All
was.
summer long, oh, here she goes. Joan Baez, sing a jam.
Gee.
That break, sing.
I heard a song on the radio last night. Kumbaya,
Remember she just sang that?
Kumbaya, and she used to play that.
8 verses, make me crazy.
Now what is this? I don't know.
Long Beach Island.
Long Beach Island before they built
There's
houses.
that house,
You've got it.
That's in Beach Haven.
You've got it. Close the door.
Where you been, Harry?
Bob tried to do it for me.
I think this family kind of likes the ocean, don't you think?
He's got a mustache. Look, he wants everybody to see his mustache. Look.
There's little Jan.
That's Jan or you. Are you
No,
sure?
No, that's Jan. Well, we get up. No, that's right, because she had the dark suit. I remember now. There's the fish.
What were they, Harry?
White
King?
kingfish.
See, there's
Summer
Jan
whiting.
with our island hair. Okay. And that's me in the white.
Oh boy, you
Weren't
too.
we just bathing beauties or what?
I mean,
Who could
how
stop?
old were you then?
I don't know, maybe.
16?
Or what?
Well, Jan had to be at least 15.
Well, you're 3 years older. You were 18, you wouldn't have been there.
19?
You would have been working.
I don't know.
No,
I guess we
you
were
weren't
younger than
there.
that.
You were younger. What's this?
That's me with my
Yeah.
hair longer than my skirt and my little cousin Jeannie running around. At another parade.
Another parade.
Wow.
Oh, Liberty
We
Corner.
talk about a patriotic bunch. We didn't mess around.
Basking Ridge sure had parades.
Uh-huh. We did.
Liberty Corner Parade.
This must be
We were
another
always in it.
No,
bicentennial.
there's
There's
Jeannie.
Jeannie.
Yeah. We took a lot of pictures of her. Pizzas.
That was back in the days that Debbie used to iron her hair.
No, I was already in college. I knew better then.
I don't know why, but I say this is Liberty Corner.
I don't know where that is, though.
It's where the tennis court is here, and then you go down, your school is here. The parade started
It
there,
had
and
to be.
that's where we
That's
took
right.
pictures.
That's right.
That could be a Kiwanis.
There's
There's
Jeannie.
Uncle
Oh,
Harry's Kiwanis hat.
There's Irma.
Was there-
Gosh, she was funny. She
Pussycat.
would get up on the table and dance.
Was that our Pussycat? I think it was. It wasn't Maynard though.
No, it's got a tail.
It's having its guts squeezed.
Who's that little boy?
I don't know.
It's happened by.
That was the one of the Porter girls.
That's a Kiwanis fair.
That was a Porter girl?
Uh-huh.
Kiwanis Fair, you're right. Pony rides at Kiwanis Fair.
That was next spring.
Do you remember the dog shows at the Kiwanis Fair? We'd
You
tie
would
up our
take-
dogs and wash them and brush them, and they'd always lose because they didn't have any of
Oh, Susie Hamill's dog won once here.
I know.
That
She had an
little,
organized dog. We always had the ones that started the fights.
remember the little beagle they had? Won one year.
That's right. That year our dog started all the fights.
Look at Harry's pouch. Boy, it's really full of fish.
I put stones in it to make it look good.
It does look good though. Look at that. I think he's
I
telling
doubt
that hat too.
That's John.
No, it isn't.
Right there, that's John.
That's John there.
Yeah, I can see it now. His legs are too long for Bob.
Too much of them out of the water.
That's right. Usually you're in.
I think I took these pictures. They belong to something that went back a half hour ago.
That's all right. The guy who edited these didn't know us personally. I said, do the best you can.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Gives you time to think in between.
He used to write me notes so after he'd see these.
But see how wiggly they are? I took them.
We could probably is balancing on a rock out there somewhere, Mom. Good cast.
No, the camera was kind of funky too. Come on, Harry.
There I am.
Catch a fish. Oh, we're parading again.
I love this crap. Oh, who's that cute little girl with the dark hair?
I don't know. There's your sister.
Yeah.
That's before Jan was captain.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? Graduation at Vermont College.
Yeah. I
That
got
was
my
a
smart.
wonderful
You
day.
said hi, Pop.
Don't I look smarter?
That was a wonderful day.
Gosh, it was hot.
That was a long day.
That's the girl I went to the beach with.
We went home. Oh, that's the
So
one
happy
that you
about
had the job down in.
Yeah.
When
Weren't you
they-
thrilled? You were so thrilled with me. Bite your tongue with Angie, please.
I can remember you putting wet
Oh,
packs
turned
on
out.
my face to give me a wet pack.
No, we stopped every
We had to
rest
stop.
area, and I got wet handkerchiefs, and I washed your face all the way until we got home, because you were ready to fall asleep. Still, graduation's nice. I have no pictures of your Arizona college graduation.
That's because I didn't
Pictures of Arizona.
go to the graduation yet.
There is.
Only to go on to higher education and a haircut, I hope.
At that particular
Eventually.
point, you had
Eventually,
no idea of doing it.
a haircut.
At that
Right.
point, you were not going on to school.
No. Well, not really, no.
I had to take a physical for you.
How did I do? Sign my name. I signed my own name. You came down, you said, here, sign the line, you're going to college.
It was
You're
only
not done
because
yet?
we knew Dr. Maranpo. He says, okay, I know she's healthy. I'll sign a physical for her.
You explained to me I wasn't done yet. Oh, goodness. Little sweetheart.
She's living up in Boston with a job. She never did finish
She's,
school.
I thought she was going back.
So,
Oh, don't worry. We were buddies though, weren't we? Remember we flew up to see Grandma, the two
I
of us on the
know.
plane? Oh, we had so much fun. And Uncle Bill, and, oh, who's that real nice guy from New York State?
our backyard.
In our
It does not-
backyard with a deer.
Ray.
No, it wasn't Ray, Mom. It was that other guy who was real tall and thin, and his family had vineyards in New York State.
Oh, Tony.
Tony. Yeah.
Blind.
Yeah. I think he drove us
Well-
to the airport. He wasn't completely blind.
The deer we had in the backyard then, we still have in our backyard now, and all the bottoms of our evergreens are very trimmed. Right, Harry? I still have my wash line out there, same wash line.
Just took down the bird feeder there.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are good pictures, Harry, of the deer.
Too bad I didn't have a zoom lens.
I know. By now we have a highway, and those deer used to jump that fence. Remember, Harry?
Yep.
They,
Right up
they were
over.
so discombobulated. They didn't know what happened when they put that fence up that they jumped.
They'd all go over except the little one. The little one would be running back and forth.
You know that little pine tree there is now about 30 feet tall.
Yeah.
See? Trimming the trees. Can't even see the fence anymore.
You know, those deer weren't even afraid of Tammy.
No.
They didn't run away when she went outside. Really?
Tammy was afraid of them.
I know.
You see the way they're trimming those evergreens?
Mhm.
They're still doing it.
Oh, cute.
What was that?
That was Jan's tongue.
I know.
coming out of church
What was
somewhere.
that little guy?
Um,
Oh, this must
Russell.
be, you know what
Cousin
this
Russell.
is? Baptism of,
There's Ray.
Janie's.
of John.
That's Jeannie.
John's baptism at the Catholic Church in Basking Ridge.
Where was the party that day? The Wishes?
Must have been.
There's the rabbi.
Hey, Grandma, look, see what cute she is when she laughs. Look at this. Look.
Yeah.
Remember how she used to go back like that when she laughed?
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah.
That was Marie's brother, right there next to her.
That's her father.
No,
It wasn't?
don't think so.
Look at Grandma. Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. She's great. Nice hat, Mom. Gee, what the?
I don't know.
It was a fur pill box. She loved it.
It
Here
was?
she goes. Now we're at Easter time. Wasn't that hat like a hat that was mine or something?
Yeah.
I think so.
No. Probably the hat in the purse. She took cute lessons when she was born.
I know.
She really did.
She's a little on the heavy side now, but she's
Oh,
still
she's
a nice
beautiful. I saw her
girl.
this
Here
summer.
we
She
go
was
again.
Durham. Just
Still
cute
a
and
nice
sweet
girl.
and
That's right. Was it this summer or last summer?
so right before we left, she told me. Could have been last.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Janet dropped it again.
You should be in touch with
Harry,
her.
it's kind of hard to be top dog on the front of all those twirlers.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I should write to her.
I think that's pretty good. Look, all of them.
I bet
Nobody
you can
dropped.
do it
How come there's
No.
a big hole there?
She can tell you.
now. Wait
maybe
till
somebody
Tori
was out there
sees
too.
this.
Now she can tell you what song they were playing.
She
at the
could?
time. Mm-hmm. Because they used to have the record. They used to have the band playing this song. Used to hit that double time.
I speeded it up a little.
Do we have enough flags? I think we had American flag, New Jersey flag, Burnage
School
Township
flag.
flag, school flag, Fieldview Drive flag. We had every flag there was.
There's Jan. Leading the band.
But she got up there and just did the whole thing, didn't she?
Ta-da! Ta-da!
What'd you do when you sat in the stands? Did you laugh to yourself? What did you think?
Just
We
no.
were hoping she wouldn't mess the whole thing up. That's what.
That's a good response.
She didn't.
I took pictures.
This was a good routine that they worked out one summer in our backyard.
Skippy doo, skippy doo.
Yeah. There's
Skippy
Melanie.
doo, skippy
See?
doo. Here she goes. She's gonna skip again. Here she goes.
There's Mel.
Skip, 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 skip. Remember she went to camp to learn how to do this?
And then they
Band
had their
camp?
own.
They're still going, Deb.
Band camp?
They
They got
still have
practice?
band camps. But I don't think they have a twirling team anymore. And they have a boy that leads the band now, no longer a girl.
Those were neat uniforms.
Mm.
How'd she learn how to do that? We got great when
Beverly
she was
Grader,
little,
I
but how could
told-
she remember? She just remembered, didn't she?
I think she was really good.
She was good.
Yeah. And she won't teach her daughter how to do it.
Good.
I love this down the line. It's great.
Okay, Janet.
Look at
When
it.
you see these pictures, boy, you better get that baton out and teach Tori how to do that.
Oh, what a boss. Look at that little crowd going up there. Look at her. Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
She must have been tough on that team.
Look out, Jan, they're gonna run you down.
I think that's why they made her captain. They were afraid of her.
Sure looked that way.
Who's that?
Who's
Her
that?
hair.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, that's down the
Caymans.
Tortuga Club.
And that's all we have?
No, here's some more.
Oh, that was such a beautiful
Snorkeling.
place.
We took pictures of the snorkels.
Look at this. This walk along the beach, and this is.
See the
Look at those conch shells. Look at them.
I know, we got one
By
on our
the
back.
millions.
There.
By the millions. That's heaven right there.
That was rugged country road.
And I loved it. Remember those little tiny fish in those pools, Harry? Beautiful little tropical fish in those pools. 10 days.
That's up where the voodoo was,
I didn't go with you that day.
that bamboo.
Look at the fish in those little pools. Remember they said go up to them, Plantation? and it was nothing but jungle, but that's where they got all their papaya and all the
Yeah, I
other.
remember you said you went to a church that was down there. That
We
was
did.
halfway between Episcopal and Voodoo.
It was all black except for the people from this particular little.
You said it was really neat.
It's very different.
That's the guy I towed in, he took the boat out and couldn't get it back in, so I went out and towed it
Imagine every hotel, every room opened up on this blue water, and there was nothing else there. One great big room, lot of little tiny iguanas, or what were they?
But didn't you have to brush your teeth with salt
Salamanders.
water or something?
The only water they had was
in. The only
From a
fresh water they had
cistern.
was in a cistern.
rainwater. That's all you had. Look at that bougainville.
When did we go there, 72?
Bougainville
Bougainville.
was beautiful.
But you know what surprised me when I went and I saw that? Is that it's so beautiful and it doesn't smell sweet,
No.
but it is beautiful.
The natives would go out, cut the coconuts off the trees, and bake a coconut cake that we'd have for dinner.
But it wasn't too bad. So wonderful.
All these wealthy guys that were down there would go out fishing on the other side of that reef. See where the wave is?
Mm-hmm.
That's a reef. So you could swim here, but there was a great big reef out there with great big waves.
Who's that?
They'd fish. I think it might be me. They'd fish on the other side of the reef, and they'd bring these big fish in, and they would cook them there.
Wahoo.
Wahoo. It's too bad
Big
these
wahoo.
aren't clear. That was before Harry realized the sun was so. We took a walk one time, remember, with another couple,
The big white whale.
Harry? We took a long walk, that's what that was.
That water is just gin clear.
That's supposed to be one of the biggest scuba diving places. There are like hundreds of boats on the other side of that reef that have sunk,
You can see it. You can see the hulk.
and people go scuba diving there.
Yeah.
We just went snorkeling, but they had the equipment there to go scuba diving. They had a boat to take you. They had a boat with a native that would take you out fishing. Daddy went one day. See, that's the reef out there. It's hard to explain.
We should all go back there
It's
Joe
Joe Howell.
together.
I don't know that I could afford it anymore. I have a feeling it's super
I was in
expensive.
college when I went. It couldn't have been that expensive.
At the time it wasn't, no.
$60
But it
a
is
day.
now.
That
That's
included getting
$600
picked.
a day now.
That included getting picked up at the airport, taken back, which is 25
Where is
pounds
this,
more.
Harry?
Where is that?
Beaver Kill?
I think so.
It said Watson's.
Mission Bar Camp.
Well, it's you
I
and
don't
your
know.
buddies
I don't
fishing.
know who this is. This could be John and Joe when they went up to the River Shea.
And they took your camera?
They didn't catch any fish. Yeah, see, they were after
They
salmon.
were up in Canada.
After salmon.
Oh. 'Cause that's John
That's
and it's
Jack.
Joe. No? Well, that's you there.
No, this is catching fish out of our pool in the backyard.
Boy, you have no mercy. You'll fish anything.
No, we were catching them so we could take
I
them
know.
out of there before
I
they
know.
froze. And we put them in
What'd you do with
Cortland's
some little
pond.
frogs? We had some frogs in there too.
They left in the winter.
That's right. They used to just kind of go into
Yeah.
suspended animation and then they come popping back again in spring.
There goes Tammy
Isn't that
again.
amazing?
One of the
There
Ring
goes the
Boys every
bird.
time was Billy, I think. Every time he caught a fish, he'd put it in our pond. We had so many fish, I didn't want them to all
There goes
freeze up.
Tammy with another bird.
So we rescued them. She's kind of running faster.
When she learned to bring those birds back, boy, she kept bringing them back.
Where are we now? Swan Lake?
Don't think so.
No, that's our honeymoon.
Oh, okay.
Honey, this is our honeymoon.
Vermont.
Let's see. Guess whose hand that was?
Who's that fishing?
Oh,
Oh, gee.
Bob, was that-
Another fish face in this family? Don't you think we ought to fill of fish faces? Let's get another guy who likes to fish in this family.
Bob went fishing on his honeymoon.
That's right.
you know
He was
what?
so excited. He saw those streams up there. He walked with a pair of shoes into a stream. He was so excited. His best shoes he walked in. He couldn't believe how beautiful the streams were.
Is that the White River up there?
Uh-huh.
No.
Well, it goes through stuff.
Gosh, does he look young. What a kid. Oh, here we are, snow in our house again.
Snow.
Isn't that snow?
Not with leaves on the
That's
trees
summertime.
like that.
That was when we were married. I told Bob to take a picture of my house. He zoomed in on the room.
That's your bedroom there.
Uh-huh. We were really airing it out.
It's got a four-poster, and all the windows are open. It must have been
I'm
hot.
kidding. Of course it was July. It was hot.
There's the Volkswagen.
This is great of Pop. We are all blubbering away.
Well, Jen has
Three
got
of
a
us,
house coat on.
And Pop can't handle it
Oh, and
anymore.
Pop can handle
No.
it. He's walking
Jen's
away.
crying, I'm crying, Mom's crying.
Well, I'm sure I was crying.
For what?
She was leaving home.
Oh.
Oh, what's that? A bunny rabbit in the garden? There's our pond. Gee, it doesn't look like that anymore. There's my single wash
I
line.
showed this to the kids and they go, there's Grandma's
It's still there.
wash
It's
line."
still there. Gee whiz, we have wisteria. See, I'm going to just extend that fence over a little bit further.
Okay, Mom.
Got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
She's
I think
gonna
it's a
do
good
it.
idea.
Mhm.
She's gonna do it then.
No, I'm going to have someone do it. All those little trees are great, big.
And which aspen
trees.
is right there, that aspen you had taken down right there?
No, keep going, keep going.
Oh, over on this side.
Okay,
Well, that couldn't hit the house.
it grew like mad since then. Had to be cut down. Oh, that other one is out too. That was an ash tree. Close the door. Just tell him to close the door.
No, it's not.
Now, what is this? Are we back up in
The most beautiful waterfall in the world, and I kept
on your
telling God,
honeymoon?
isn't this beautiful? And he kept, but it doesn't, obviously look as beautiful as it looks there.
Clean the fish.
What a beautiful spot. It was right across from the Mount Mansfield big ski place, right across the street. You had to know it was there. I knew it was there.
Weird colors.
That's your film.
Vermont's the most beautiful place in the world. Right?
It is. It is beautiful.
Mhm.
Vermont is beautiful.
It's rough and it's wild, but it's still,
Beautiful.
it is. It's the most beautiful place.
Is that you?
Yes.
What have you got on your head?
My hair, I think. I don't know. Sunlight.
Oh, Harry.
That's the creek where we took that long trip to get there, Debbie. All we had to do is make one left turn.
We gotta go back there, Bob. Take the boys.
Go to Vermont. That would be great. You started long hair after you got married, then.
Do you notice that I have the same hairdo now as I did when I was 1? I think it's time for a change.
It's a little different.
Same hairdo through all the years.
It's a little different.
Not real creative.
I love that every 5 years we go back to Vermont. I love it when we go.
Oh.
Early September.
Oh,
Oh, it's just perfect.
it is.
Warm, the leaves are there. Good memories.
We gotta go.
Well, one of your sons may go to Norwich and then you have reason to go.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah.
I don't identify this at all.
This is Flagstaff.
Flagstaff.
Oh.
It was an Easter egg party the girls put on for the fraternity boys.
I expect Flagstaff to be out in the desert, and it isn't.
It's not. It's up in the mountains.
I know. Yeah. It's got streets and sidewalks.
Yeah, Mom.
I know.
Cars, too.
People.
Mhm.
Who's that walking there?
So cool. He was in the wedding.
He was.
He's the
What's he
one that-
throwing away there?
He's the one that drove him to the church, Mom.
Oh.
His Cadillac.
It's Manny and
Oh, they're dropping the eggs? Oh, gee.
Guys, that's.
That must have been some Easter egg hunt.
What a wild bunch those guys were. Jeez.
Skunk.
You know what they called him skunk? He had a white streak right down the middle of his hair. Yeah.
That's Skip.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you lived at the fraternity house, or was
I
it
never
just?
did know.
So,
If you're on scholarship, you weren't allowed to live off campus.
oh,
That's Skip's baby. It's Ron Claggett.
That baby got spoiled. Everybody loved that little baby.
oh, I can imagine. Yeah, they're having a little wrestling match.
They're passing a piece of orange from one
Oh,
sheet to
that's
the other.
right.
That's all we ever did at those parties. Like, it was
Politicians
fun.
from
It was
California.
really fun. We did it every party. We passed an orange.
Same orange?
Probably. No, I know. It was his name orange.
It's all right. Our fraternity parties look kind of weird too.
T-shirt gang. Here's one of the California girls. You know, those pumped up
Oh, I
blonde
thought
hair.
that was you.
Mom, I had long brown hair.
You were a tough bunch.
One year, Bob decided he's going to make the front lawn look beautiful. So he went to this lawn and garden place and he rented dug up the yard and he got seed and a sprinkler and everything. And he tried to make this beautiful front yard, the fraternity house.
How could you with all those
And
feet
he got so mad because everybody was always walking on it and everything. Finally, he just sort of gave up. Remember that?
I think that girl was kind of mad because I think she got a beer in her in her hair.
Probably. See, and that's just a little part of the mountains. The
Oh.
mountains were much taller now.
Oh, we've got a wedding.
Yes. Nervous father of the bride.
You've already oh, okay. I was gonna say that.
I was saying, do I really want to do this? I was saying, come on. It's all right, we can do this.
Dark one here is.
Well, I think the pictures make them look kind of dark.
He used to like dark hair.
So Jack took these pictures going down the aisle then, huh?
Yeah.
Now see those pictures, those windows on
Yeah.
the church?
Mhm.
They've all got curved
Yeah.
glass in them now.
Right then, Pop said to me, slow down.
Oh,
Walking
really?
too fast, yeah.
Oh, you're coming out.
That was the best. It was all over. We were so
Yeah.
glad it was all over.
Everybody was, huh?
There's Mike.
Pam was in your wedding,
Sure.
Arlene. Who else? Your sister?
Pam, Eileen,
Oh,
my
Kathy,
sister.
right, Kathy. I know there were 5 of you. There's your mother,
There's Uncle Bill,
Uncle Bill, Uncle John,
Russell.
and Pat. I don't know who that is.
That was it. Jane Rooney. I taught with them. Gray Rexes.
Yeah, the Reds.
Reams.
Here come the crime pits.
Here come the Carden Pizzas.
Look at Grandma. She had so much fun. I love it. She looked pretty that
Yeah,
day.
but she did.
Remember her dress and coat? Oh, that was so pretty.
Oh, the
Muriel.
wolves.
Joe Hall and Joanne.
I don't know who these other people are.
That's the Stockers, Doc Stockers.
Stocker.
I know those are the
Pickle
ankle
Pickles.
ones.
We had a lot of rice, didn't we? Invited first grade class. We had a lot of rice.
Stop it, stop
There's
it.
Ernest. There's Ernest Vogelsang taking
There
pictures.
they are. Oh,
Oh,
look at them. Oh,
Ernest
little cuties.
Vogelsang did have a lot of pictures of your wedding, darn it. I wonder whatever happened to them.
There's Ray in the background.
Look at Tammy.
And Kathy.
Never see Tammy anymore.
I traded my GTO on there for that car. For the dumbest thing I've ever did in my life. I can't believe I bought a Volkswagen. That's how much I wanted to price it.
Kathy had
I
a
know
little
it.
camera going there.
That's right.
It looked like a giant turkey, that thing.
Heavens knows what she was saying. That was a pretty dress. She looked real pretty in that dress. The circle of flowers in
No.
there.
Gee, Bob,
Who is that thin masked
you
man there?
sure were young.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Can I come? I said, not this time, honey. So cute.
It's only 15 years ago.
Your gang really did a good job on the back
They
of your
really
car.
And
There's some
then-
embarrassing things inside the car too. Pocket.
And then we got the cans off the back, and
They had rocks in
there were rocks in the hubcaps. We couldn't
Oh,
find where the
no.
noise was. Every time we slowed down.
on the bridge in the toll
You
booth
had
booth.
some gang.
It was that toll booth we apparently figured. I thought the transmission was going out. I'd give
Tony
anything
and
to
Adele.
have that. I'd give anything to
Tony
have
and
that neon
Adele
piece of
and
that
the
yellow.
pecans.
Muriel,
Would you do that?
Jean and
What, honey?
George.
Oh, and
Would
those
you
are
do
the
that same deal
dailies.
over again
Oh, yes.
with that
I
same
know
cake?
dailies were invited to your
You know what
wedding.
Bob and I have always said? We wish we could have enjoyed that meal.